Hey friends, I thought I would read you a story from my garden today because last time I read you a story I was kind of in the darkness, so we've improved that scenario now. Anyway, so this is my blog. It's roughly about a 6-minute listen and it's entitled My Life in Bali, a Week of Retrograde Roaming, and it's from June 15, 2020. Another couple of weeks slide by here in Bali. We hardly even notice what day of the week it is. Another course completed, and now I tell the time by the position of the sun. That last point is because my watch band broke, so I have adapted to not wearing one. I was feeling a little flat. Maybe it was the lag of the full moon, the apparently never-ending Mercury in retrograde, or possible guilt for being somewhat lazy as a result of aforementioned universal inaction. Questions. I actually kind of enjoy being kind of low-key lazy right now. Sloth life aside, I am still working, but it's a different kind of work. The kind of work I actually enjoy. And it's on my own terms that I am still coming to terms with. Super news this week. Pantai Masari Seminyak, my beach, my backyard, has reopened. We even had a ceremony. Being able to walk from my front door 50 metres to sand in my toes is actually fabulous. The beach bars are not open to the craziness levels that was Bali before Camp COVID. It feels like a respectful retro Bali. You can almost see the scritchy retro flecks across the sunset that I'm soaking in. There was a fairly serious blip this week, an oh my god Bule visa blip that caused island-wide Bule panic. Bali International Airport is not open, but Bules who have enjoyed the emergency visa extension have been asked to extend their visas or leave the country within 30 days. Did I mention that DPS is not even open? Like, the airport, not open. This means, at a guess, roughly about 6,000 Bule will be leaving Bali in a super hard hit area and already really struggling economy. Did I mention the international airport was shut? Not really sure how they're leaving. This will be an interesting 30 days. I'm sure this update will have a few rewrites and actual updates. There have been some super memorable moments for me in this past week. Stuff that I've been wanting to do, like squidge my toes deep in the powdery black volcanic sandy beaches of the south, and stay overhanging the ocean at Uluwatu, seeing one of Bali's super impressive waterfalls. Yes, yes, and yes. Being able to ride the scooter has given me freedom to adventure to an endless list of Insta-friendly locations that are devoid of tourists right now. Uluwatu is the hilly, highly hip, the south end of Bali. Most of its cliffside sand stretches lead to azure waters that are more access points for the surfing mecca, and the stairs to get down the limestone cliffs are not for the faint of heart. The way up is excellent for yoga butt and a cardiovascular workout. I chose to stay at Dream Sea Surf Camp, which had been on my list for a while. If you haven't scoped out my Insta at Perfectly Imperfect Yogis, go for a drool. It's pretty spectacular. After navigating my scooter down a narrow poo-your-pants cliff road, I pulled up to be greeted by monkeys, one of them attempting to ride a parked scooter, another that had absconded with the AC remote, who was trying to make a call. They bared their teeth. I hissed back, which is monkey talk for "let me through, mofos." They continued on their monkey way. The bike stayed put, but the AC remote, well, who knows. This place is dreamy McDreamy, like everything that the words Dream Sea conjure up. Overhanging the ocean, open your glass sliding doors and you're at one with that ocean. Hot guys carrying surfboards give me whiplash everywhere. It was super hard to be subtle. Jumping on the gram at sunset, 3 people I know were also enjoying the same view from the same location. We kind of all like texting each other on Instagram going, "Oh, your picture is almost the same as mine, you must be next door." Plus the camp COVID rates, super attractive right now. The beach is only accessible at low tide, as the tide goes so way out that you may have to share that space with a few beach monkeys. Bloody little sacred space invaders. Sip a fresh juice or have a coffee or a wine or just whatever, just be there. And the monkeys will be there too. In fact, I want to be there right now. And this was over a year ago, which I didn't even know before I got there. So it was a return trip into town, back up through the monkey land and right up and down Poo Your Pants Cliff Lane for some food and some Scooby snacks. Restaurants, not open. Dream Sea, definitely coming back. So this Mercury retrograde stuff went on way too long, leaving me asking, was coffee just not my thing? Am I sliding into depression? Nah, mate, the universe feels were real. So happy it's over. I feel super energized this week. Thank fuck for that. Last Sunday, however, different story. I struggled to make any decisions about what to wear, even if I had to get out of bed or not, or even if I could be bothered to go and get a coffee. What even is that? I reasoned with my retrograding ass that if I at least got dressed and imbibed a hot, heavily caffeinated beverage, I may just be with a chance of being able to make a decision. Good plan. Coffee consumed, helmet on, I am off to Like Leke, a waterfall and an easy hour's ride. I stop on the way for some tipat chanto and meet some locals who happen to be rapidly consuming tuak or aran palm wine, as opposed to arak, which is locally made rice wine. Why the word wine is applied, I'm not sure. It's just homebrew alcohol fermenting away in rinsed out bintang bottles. Breakfast, in fact, for these boys. Shit-faced they were. Next stop is Like Leke, a 10-minute hike into the jungle, avoiding snakes and lizards. It's been shut for about 4 months, so they were clearly reclaiming their territory. I arrive at this spectacular spot with its perfectly placed mossy observation and selfie rocks, with its cool, crisp, waterfally water. The drop is about 75 metre, and because it's been extra rainy, the velocity is so fierce I can't even get all the way under the fresh, clean, sparkly water. Only a few other souls ventured in while I was there, and it was super to meet some new peeps and hear about their Camp COVID experiences. One fellow had hiked 180 kilometres around the island to raise money for struggling Balinese families during the pandemic. What an awesome adventure for a really bloody awesome cause. Next stop was Handara Gate. So, in a super grand worthy way, the gates of heaven. It's black volcanic rock gates with a misty mountain backdrop, usually draped in very low hanging cloud, which is particularly breathtaking. You would think that this would be a temple or have cultural significance. I suppose it does if you like golf. It's a golf club. I was laughing my ass off. Security, aka the gatekeeper, on my arrival, our conversation in Indonesian went a little bit like this. Hi, how are you? Is it okay if I take a photo at the gates? Security, good thanks. No, you can drive through the gates, eat at the clubhouse, play golf or stay in the hotel, but you cannot stop at the gates because they are shut. I actually even want to read that to myself one more time. You can drive through the gates, you can play golf, stay at the hotel, eat in the restaurant and drive back out the gates, but you're not allowed to stop at the gates because they are shut by order of the government. Did he say the golfament? Me. So let me get this straight. The gates that I can drive through are shut. Security guy. Yes. Me, in English, under my breath. Ah, Bali, you little island of weirdness, how I love you. Right now. Makes total sense in Bali. I clarify one more time, just in case I am a total Indo-language newbie nutter. Nope. Me getting off the bike for a selfie. Got it. I indeed do ride through the gates. I hope that he is sending me on a mystery tour. Perhaps bigger and better, more heavenly gates await me. Alas, he is not. I turn around and head back. I get an idea of how to beat the game. I ride through those gates with my phone in video selfie mode, winning. Oh, I jag the video. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty funny actually. On my return through the gates, I stop at the security hut and I share my photos with the gatekeeper. He laughs and pats my back, nodding at my ingenuity. We chat a little longer and he turns away 6 cars while I'm standing there. No wonder the gates are shut by order of the government. He then magically offers to take my selfie. I get a mere 2 meters closer to the gates, not to push my luck, and he snaps some for me. I capture a few with him and me together, and the gates are behind him like little horns popping out of his head. We laugh a lot. Other highlights of this day include Bedagal, with its giant roadside corn statue, so Australia, giant corn, and amazing local markets. I chatted with local ladies who were selling delicious homemade kui. I buy some fresh picked strawberries, and there are rabbits for sale everywhere, both live and in satay form. Not for me. Before heading back down the mountain, I sat on the side of the road overlooking the misty lake and had a veggie, can you believe it, a vegetarian bakso soup. It was delish. Up the mountain, the weather is about 10 degrees lower, and you are just 1 hour from the beach. I wish I had 2 extra layers of clothing as well as a beanie. I contemplate putting on my raincoat for the ride home. I'm so glad that I caffeinated my retrograding ass and rode up a mountain. See you on the next blog.